Hello, I'm Joe Walensky from WritersUA, and I'm talking with some of the speakers who will be at our User Assistance Boot Camp coming up in Seattle in April. And one of those is David Farkas. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Joe.
Where are you speaking to me from today?
Right at home in Lake Forest Park, a little north of Seattle.
All right, excellent. Well, Dave, you're a longtime faculty member at the University of Washington, specializing in the technical communication field. Now you're an emeritus. So, what's that all about? What are things for you right now?
Well, it means I'm retired. They don't pay me anymore, and I don't teach, and I don't have regular duties. But I don't think of myself as retired at all. I'm quite busy with professional activities, and I plan to remain that way. I'm doing some guest teaching. I do conference presentations. I'm writing a book chapter and other stuff as well.
Well, I know you've been involved in a lot of projects over the years, research projects and things like that. Quickscan is one of those that you've been involved with for a while. That's not one of the conference topics, but I know it's something that you're actively involved in. So, what's going on with that project?
I put a lot of time into quickscan. It's a communication strategy that serves the needs of busy professionals by providing excellent support for selective reading within a document. And that the idea is to place short summaries all through a document. Everybody likes the summary, the abstract at the beginning, but why not have multiple summaries? Depending on your level of interest and the time you have, you can choose between the summary and the full text. And if you're reading the summary and the idea interests you, you can instantly switch to the location in the full text where that idea is fully discussed. And if you read the summaries and the full text, your retention increases dramatically.
Now, is that information available in a way where uh, people can read about it, learn about it, that we could put on our website?
Sure, there's a QuickScan website. It's quickscan.org. QUIK. There's no C in the quick. Uh, SCAN, quickscan.org. It has lots of information. It has the research, and it also has the template that you can download to do authoring for the web-based version of QuickScan. So everything is up there on that website.
Now, and people are so overwhelmed in their daily work with the things that they're just trying to get done, and it's a lot of work just to get involved with a certain authoring tool and figuring out what your deliverables are going to be and how to do that. And I tend to find that people end up just kind of moving along in the same trajectory and don't always have a lot of time to try out new techniques. So, what's the real value add there for a busy professional that wants to add this into their repertoire and then how does it work into tools that we might use?
Well, QuickScan is a strategy. There's no one way to do it. So you can do QuickScan in a non-interactive way in a Word document, with Microsoft Word, and deliver it in print. You can do an PDF version. The web version has the most features and is the most powerful version. And there's definitely a learning curve. You have to understand how QuickScan works, and there's some extra time in developing a quick scanned text. For one thing, you do have to write summaries. It won't be too long before we have computerized text summarization, but it's not ready right now. So there's the extra work in writing the summaries, and then you do have the extra formatting. But the template saves a tremendous amount of time because all the JavaScript is there, all the linking is there, there's placeholder text there. So essentially, you just pop in your own text and you're ready to go.
All right. Well, we'll make sure that people have access to that information, can find out more about it. In the
And one more thing,
Yeah, go ahead.
it is completely in the public domain. This is not a product. It's an academic thing. Anyone can use it. Anyone can adopt it in any way they please. So it's just available for people to make use of any way they can.
All right. Excellent. All right. Well, at the Seattle event in April, you're going to be talking about procedure writing, and that's specifically in the basic training
That's right.
portion of the certificate program. So it's the stream that's for people that are new to user assistance. For many of us, procedure writing is core and fundamental to what we do. But explain a little bit about the what your take is on helping people become better in this area of writing procedures.
Sure. Well, first of all, I think writing procedures is key for any technical communicator, at any level. It's hard to think of anything more important than whether your users can understand your procedures and whether the information that you give them enables them to solve their problem. Uh, my way of talking about procedure writing, which comes from many years of teaching at the University of Washington and also conference presentations and workshops, is to think about procedures as mandatory and optional components. And each of these components can be handled in a different way. So for example, the title of a procedure is a mandatory component, but there are different ways of writing the title. And the introductory paragraph that follows the title, that's really an optional component, but it's important to understand when that introductory paragraph is useful and when it's not. And then you have steps, and the steps are obviously a mandatory component, but there are different kinds of steps. And it's really important for a UA writer to understand how those different kinds of steps work. When you understand those steps, not only do you write better procedures, but you can spot the problems in other procedures that someone gives you or that you're looking at.
Well, I mean, it's certainly been an area that's been around pretty much as long as technical communication has been around as a field. Are there any particular techniques that you see as applying to more contemporary documentation development? I know in my own work, I've as being involved with a lot of mobile small screen applications. I've been trying to redefine what I do in terms of, aggressively reducing the density of words, the character count, while
Sure.
maintaining still that communication quality that makes it useful to do in the first place. So, any of those things that you've been thinking about as you look around at what people are doing today?
Well, sure. I mean, one big change, not such a recent change, is tooltips. And when you put the information right on the interface, you can cut out a whole lot of the verbiage. And there are ways in which you can trim as much as possible and try to take a minimalist approach. These days, a lot of people are writing procedures for video. And when you're writing a video procedure, things are quite different because you leave out a lot of the information of sort of where things are and how you do things, because that's being conveyed by the visual channel, and you focus more on the reasons for things. So yes, I'm trying to I make my uh, thoughts about procedures follow the different ways in which people are doing user assistance these days.
All right. Any other elements about that you wanted to talk about?
Well, I'll also talk about overviews and also about tooltips, because that it all fits together. When you plan procedures, you have to think about the audience, and you have to think about how difficult the product is going to be for the audience, and you have to think about the kind of user assistance. Is it help? Is it some kind of PDF manual? Is it mobile? Is it a KB article? Whatever it is. And that's about the big picture.
All right, great. Well, we're looking forward to having you involved in the session coming up
Mhm.
in April. So we'll see you then. Thanks for taking a few minutes here to talk about it.
Very good. Excited to be giving the presentation. It's going to be a great conference. I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, thanks a lot, Dave.
Bye bye now.